We can ask him momentarily. Stand by.
I've got that question, though. You introduce him.
Congressman Ralph Abraham is here, Louisiana's, well, I guess right now the only Republican who there's one other guy. There's that New Orleans guy.
Yeah.
Mostamoni.
Yeah,
I don't know his name. So, Congressman Ralph, welcome to KEEL. How are you this morning?
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So, Erin had a question to start off.
Congressman, I don't know if I saw this right. Can you fix Nani and Fido?
I don't know, but we can see what we can do.
Are you a medical doctor and a veterinarian?
Yes, I am. At one point, we had a kind of a running joke that we could have a Totten Spot clinic.
Okay. Just, I got a question about that. Which one of those two came first? I'm kind of intrigued.
The veterinary degree came first. I practiced veterinary medicine for 10 years before I went back to Shreveport Medical School. It's both are wonderful professions, and I've enjoyed them both immensely.
And now you are a candidate for the governor of Louisiana. People are saying, well, he's just jumping in because Kennedy and Landry and all those guys said no. But this is not something that you just do, that you put together in 3 or 4 days. How long has this been in the works? How long have you been thinking about this?
We've been thinking about it, of course, for a long time. Now, realistically, when John stepped aside, that did open up a little window. So it did make us look a little more seriously and a little more closely at our options. But to your point, we have been looking at this for a long, long time.
Congressman Mikey J. from our area is considered very conservative. How closely do you align with him?
Well, I think Mike Johnson is one of the best men in Congress. Let me tell you, he has already shown his leadership ability. As you just saw, he's been elected to what's called the Republican Study Committee, which is a big group of conservatives. Look, I hope I am aligned very straight with Mike Johnson. If we can follow his lead in most conservative practices, especially on the fiscal and the social side, then we'll be in a good place.
Let me tee one up for you here, Mr. Ralph. You're running for governor of Louisiana because you think John Bell is not doing that great a job. Tell me what he's missing out on. Tell me what you can do.
He's just been relentless on his pursuit of raising taxes. Increase state spending on things that, we simply don't need and don't have the money for. And, to that point, because of this tax base, because of what we call the legacy lawsuits on oil and gas, businesses, jobs, they are just running out of the state. They're not walking, they're running. The other issue is that we continue as Louisianians to be in the last or next to the last category, 49th or 50th, in every meaningful ranking that comes out. That could be healthcare, that could be education, it could be job growth. I mean, you name it, we should be first. Our natural resources, our Gulf Coast, agriculture, we have so much to offer. We should be number one in the nation.
Governor Abraham, I'll put that out there. You said we're funding things that we, quote, don't need or don't have the money for. Give me some examples.
Well, we will give you examples. We are putting together a policy manual, and to get into the specifics now, we just don't have the time. But what I will promise you is very, very shortly, we're going to roll out the specific things that I feel that are wasteful, certainly things that we could spend our money much more wisely on. And just do a better job. Edwards, I think, has just put his weight and the weight of his administration behind some of the wrong things. And as we move forward, and this will, again, I promise very quickly, we will spell out very succinctly what we plan to do about it.
Big complaint in our area, across the state, roads, another talk about gas taxes. Does a Governor Abraham support an increase in gas taxes at all?
Well, look, I'm not a tax increase man. I understand the road and bridge issue, the little gravel road. Well, it's a little paved road, but it's mostly gravel now that I drive down. I drive an old 13-year-old pickup truck, and I still have to replace the shocks about every 3 weeks after I go down the pothole on my road. So, look, I understand the critical need that we have for roads and bridges. And, again, what is it going to take to mend that? We can fix that. Again, There could be a combination of things, but again, to get into specifics, we will do that, and I will be happy to give you guys a call back in just a couple of weeks.
With Senator Kennedy and AG Landry both sort of balking at taking on the governor's race, have you spoken to either of them since this week at all, since your announcement?
No, absolutely. Look, they're both good friends of mine. I think they're both doing phenomenal jobs. John is doing good in the Senate, like Bill Cassidy is. They're both personal friends. Jeff Landry, as our Attorney General, I don't think we could get a better one. So yeah, I have spoken to them. They are happy I'm in the race. So we'll see how it goes down the road as far as moving forward. But yeah, these are good people in good places.